welcome. For all of you students, you made it. Again, welcome. My name is Christine Foreman. I'm Associate Dean for the Norm Asbjornson College of Engineering. Today, we are here celebrating all of you students who are being inducted into the Order of the Engineer and those of you who are taking the Pledge of the Computing Professional. We are also honoring those students that are receiving their International Engineering Certificate and the 3 finalists for the Montana Society of Engineers Gold Award. Again, there is much to be proud of and to celebrate after a long year. Of all of the events leading up to today and tomorrow's commencement, this is one of my favorite ways to celebrate graduation by formally welcoming our students into their profession with a visible sign in the form of the ring and the pin. Assisting with the presentation of certificates and pins today will be Dr. Todd Kaiser, Department Head of Electrical and Computer Engineering, Dr. Dilpreet Bajwa, Department Head of Mechanical and Industrial Engineering, Dr. Craig Willard, Department Head of Civil Engineering, and Dr. John Paxton, Head of the Gianforte School of Computing. We will now first hear from Dr. Craig Willard, who will give the history and significance of the Order of the Engineer and the Ring.
All right, well, welcome and congratulations on your significant accomplishment. It's my pleasure to talk a little bit about the ceremony that we're participating in today. So the Order of the Engineer was initiated in the United States to foster a spirit of pride and responsibility in the engineering profession, and to bridge the gap between training and experience, and to present to the public a visible symbol identifying the engineer. The organization and the obligation it places upon you has its origin in a similar obligation that began in Canada in the early 20th century, namely the ritual of the calling of the engineer, which administers an oath of conduct that was authored by Rudyard Kipling for the Engineering Institute of Canada. And his oath read, "Here's an engineer, possessed of a publicly avowed dedication to the profession and those it serves." In the United States, in 1966, similar maxims took hold with a group of engineers in Ohio, and they began to establish what was then known as in Ohio as the Order of the Engineer. And while this group deliberated, seniors at the Fenn College of Engineering at Cleveland State designed and held the first ring ceremony on June 4th of 1970, where about 170 engineering seniors and faculty members participated in the ceremony, during which each signed a creed and received a stainless steel ring placed on the small finger of the working hand. Another ceremony, a second ceremony, was held in Akron, Ohio in 1971, which included all the seniors at the University of Akron and some practicing engineers. Since that time, the Order of the Engineer has grown to include tens of thousands of members and including chapters established in nearly every state in the Union. And although patterned after the Canadian concept, the Order of the Engineer has differences that are distinctly associated with the United States. The Order of the Engineer, to which you will soon belong, is an independent organization. There are no meetings other than this ceremony, and there are no dues. This will be the last time you will have an organization with those 2 criteria. The purpose of the organization is to foster a feeling of pride and dedication to the profession that binds us together. The order is symbolized by the acceptance of an obligation and the wearing of a stainless steel ring on the small finger of your working hand. The obligation, to which you will soon subscribe, is a composite of several creeds. It emphasizes the fact that we as engineers have certain obligations. It promotes honesty and integrity and recognizes that today's engineers are dependent upon their predecessors to gain their skills. The significance of what you are about to say and do might be expressed this way. You are about to say to yourself and the public that you are an engineer, that you have an obligation, and that your obligation is to apply the golden rule, our code of ethics, to the technical knowledge of the world. Your obligation becomes a yardstick of your professionalism. And lastly, that your professionalism means that you will never ask yourself the question, how much do I get out of it? but rather you will ask yourself the question, how much can I give? The symbol of the desire to be a giver is the engineer's ring, which you will wear for all to see. The ring will say to everyone, here's an engineer dedicated to the profession and the public it serves. So I appreciate the opportunity to talk to you about this important ceremony, and I want to extend my personal congratulations on your accomplishments and the job well done at MSU. Now we'll hear from Dr. Todd Kaiser, who will administer the oath.
I would like to ask you to stand and accept the obligation of the engineer. Using the card provided, please recite with me. Everybody got the card? I am an engineer. In my profession, I take deep pride. To it, I owe solemn obligations. As an engineer, I pledge to practice integrity and fair dealing, tolerance and respect, and to uphold devotions to the standards and the dignity of my profession. Conscious always that my skill carries with it obligation to serve humanity by making the best use of Earth's precious wealth. As an engineer, I shall participate in none but honest enterprises. When needed, my skills and knowledge shall be given without reservation for the public good. In the performance of duty and in fidelity to my profession, I shall give the utmost. Please be seated while Dr. Foreman describes the procedure to receive your ring.
Thank you, Dr. Kaiser. As you can see, there are quite a few of you. So what we're going to do is I'll ask you guys to stand up row by row. We'll line you up along the wall over there. And on the table, you'll see a certificate with your name and your pens. Rose and Dr. Kaiser will help you. You'll sign your certificate. You'll then hear your name. You'll come across here. You'll receive your ring. You'll put your hand through, it'll be your working hand. You put the small finger of your working hand through there, through the ring, and you'll accept your ring from Dr. Bajwa. So take a moment then to also to look up at your family and friends. Dr. Clark will take your photo for you, and also, as you can see, we're live streaming this, so nice to be able to look up and acknowledge that moment. So if the first row could please stand. And then come along this way, and then Dr. Kaiser will help you sign. Our first student this afternoon will be Abdulaziz Al-Akil from Industrial and Management Systems Engineering. And you're allowed to clap. Nathan Altriz, Electrical Engineering. Hamad Al-Kholaf, Industrial and Management Systems Engineering. Faz Al-Shiri, Industrial and Management Systems Engineering. Amit Alpha Beatty, Industrial and Management Systems Engineering. Riyad Al-Tarif, Chemical Engineering. Elliot Avery, Electrical Engineering. Jack Benson, Mechanical Engineering. Elizabeth Black, Mechanical Engineering Technology. Norris Blossom, Industrial Management Systems Engineering. Mallory Bosley, Biomedical Engineering. Seth Boyd, Mechanical Engineering. Jenna Brogren, Civil Engineering. Benjamin Bruvold, Mechanical Engineering. Skylar Chartier, Mechanical Engineering Technology. Danon Klaus, Civil Engineering. Daniel Collins, Mechanical Engineering. Daniel Davis, Construction Engineering Technology. Dylan Dean, Electrical Engineering. Aiden Dougherty, Mechanical Engineering. Tyler Dunst, Mechanical Engineering. Can we have the next row, please, Dan? Peyton Dupuy, Chemical Engineering. Olalinka Dorojaji, Environmental Engineering. Dominique Efta, Chemical Engineering. Macy Fitzgerald, Industrial and Management Systems Engineering. Nicholas Fitzmaurice, Industrial and Management Systems Engineering. Kaya Gale, Electrical Engineering. Mili Guldar, Biological Engineering. Shannon Hamp, Electrical Engineering. Samuel Hawkins, Electrical Engineering. Seamus Houlihan, Chemical Engineering. Nolan Johnston, Mechanical Engineering. Callum Kelly, Mechanical Engineering. Evan Kelly, Mechanical Engineering Technology. Cale Keltner, Chemical Engineering. Hannah King, Mechanical Engineering. Blake Larson, Mechanical Engineering. Garrett Lloyd, Mechanical Engineering. Alec Long, Chemical Engineering. John Lowitz, Construction Engineering Technology. Joshua Loida, Chemical Engineering. Martin Macedo, Construction Engineering Technology. Connor McRitchie, Financial Engineering. Jacob Mathis, Mechanical Engineering. Connor McNeese, Construction Engineering Technology. Ginny Mitchell, Chemical Engineering. Josh Node, Chemical Engineering. Matthew Netley, Mechanical Engineering. Riley Nicholas, Mechanical Engineering. Samuel Nicholas, Industrial and Management Systems Engineering. Ian Novak, Biological Engineering. Ashley Orsillo, Chemical Engineering. Gerald Peterson, Electrical Engineering. Sohaib Qasim, Computer Engineering. Ian Ray, Chemical Engineering. Alita Rain, Chemical Engineering. Anna Ryder, Mechanical Engineering. Max Rongus, Chemical Engineering. Benjamin Sauvé, Mechanical Engineering. Emily Sales, Mechanical Engineering. Kyle Schaff, Chemical Engineering. Hunter Shelmerdine, Chemical Engineering. Jennifer Shelton, Biological Engineering. Jennifer, you're not a Jennifer. Parker Stewart, Mechanical Engineering. Christy Teska, Chemical Engineering. Christopher Tim, Electrical Engineering. Bronson Torres, Mechanical Engineering. Christian Unger, Mechanical Engineering. Rachel Varlick, Mechanical Engineering. Anthony Vinci, Mechanical Engineering. Lucas Waller, Industrial Engineering. Amy Walsh, Industrial and Management Systems Engineering. Antonia Weremuth, Environmental Engineering. Jacob Windhorse, Mechanical Engineering. Cameron Wilcox, Computer Science. Connor Varnes, Mechanical Engineering. Annabelle Young, Chemical Engineering. Please join me in congratulating all of our new inductees. I would now like to ask Dr. John Paxton, Director of the Gianforte School of Computing, to give the background and lead our students in the Pledge of the Computing Professional, which can be found in your program. For those accepting the Computing Professional pin, if you guys could just stand and come down front here and join us.
Okay. Or he's going to come over with him. All right, thank you, Christine. So the Montana State University chapter of the Pledge of the Computing Professional was established in 2012. A professional rite of passage, the pledge symbolizes the entry of the initiate into a position of responsibility. The initiate takes an oath, pledging to act both ethically and morally as a member of the profession. The initiate is then presented with a visible symbol of the profession as a reminder of the responsibilities. A black and gold lapel pin emblazoned with ones and zeros is the symbol of the Pledge of the Computing Professional. In binary, these numbers spell the word honor using the ASCII computer code. By the way, that's now an outdated code. Through this public rite of passage ceremony, the pledge fosters professional pride, moral obligation, and ethical responsibility in our computer science inductees. Although there are no meetings to attend or dues to be paid following the ceremony, members of the pledge are expected to uphold and honor the computing profession. The certificate and lapel pin that each initiate receives today will serve as visible reminders throughout their careers. The computer science inductees gathered today should now be prepared to read from their program and join me in taking the pledge. It's much harder with a smaller number of people to stay in sync than it is with a lot. So here we go. I am a computing professional. My work as a computing professional affects people's lives, both now and into the future. As a result, I bear moral and ethical responsibilities to society. As a computing professional, I pledge to practice my profession with the highest level integrity and competence. I shall always use my skills for the public good. I shall be honest about my limitations, continuously seeking to improve my skills through lifelong learning. I shall engage only in honorable and upstanding endeavors. By my actions, I pledge to honor my chosen profession. Great, thank you. If you'll now. And so now you need to go over to that table, sign your pledge, and then you will come back and get your pin.
Receiving their pins today will be Cruz Christensen, Tyler Kuhn, Seder Rahman, Jesse Russell, Luke Simonson, Jared Weiss, Cameron Wilcox. And again, please join me in congratulating all of our new inductees. We would now like to recognize those students who are receiving their International Engineering Certificate. The International Engineering Certificate prepares students for the global workforce and to be engaged citizens. To be eligible for the certificate, students must pick a particular country or region of the world as a focus and earn a minimum of 15 credits relevant to that focus area. They must also complete an international experience, such as a study abroad program, work, or service experience. This semester's recipients traveled to Spain and to Belgium. They credit their experience for making them better communicators, more effective leaders, and better engineers and computer scientists. I wanted to share a quote from one of the students' essays. Quote, "As engineers preparing to not only serve the demands of the United States, but the ever-changing world, taking the extra semester or jumping into an intimidating new study abroad experience is inordinately worth the time, mental, emotional, and educational investment." Will the two students receiving their International Engineering Certificate please come down and be recognized? Fiona Powers, Mechanical Engineering, and Rachel Varlick, Mechanical Engineering. It's now my pleasure to turn the podium over to Dean Gunnick to present the Montana Society of Engineers Gold Award.
Come on. Okay, this is a celebration. Look at this outfit. It's not going to be boring anymore. So the next awards we have to give are the Montana Society of Engineering Gold Award. Recognizes the outstanding graduating engineering senior each year. Departments nominate the top senior in each engineering program. The top 3 candidates are then interviewed by a panel of Montana Society of Engineers who choose the winner and 2 finalists. The criteria are based on distinguished academic record, leadership in extracurricular activities, commitment to the practical use of sciences and execution of engineering work, and the promise of service to their profession with integrity, devotion to high standards, and a sense of obligation to humanity. Okay, so the 3 finalists are Norris Blossom, Jenna Blogren, and Shanna Hemp. So if the 3 of those students could come up. So I'm going to give Norris a hard time because I know he has a gold suit. And Norris, did you bring the Jello shots?
Forgot him again. It's like 5 times in a row.
That's a couple inside jokes there. So how we're going to do this is I got 2 little bit smaller plaques and 1 little bit bigger plaque. So guess what? The winner gets the bigger plaque. And so we're going to do this like, the Miss America or something like that, where we got the second runner-up and the first runner-up, and then probably everybody is smart enough to figure it out from there, because we only have 50 people out there. Okay? And so we should have some drum rolls. We got to do your feet. There we go. Okay. Drum roll for the second runner-up for MSU Gold Award is Norris Blossom.
Appreciate it.
Stay up here a minute. Okay. Another drum roll. There we go. You guys are so smart. The first runner-up, Jenna Brogan. And just so everybody shows, that was just for show. The other 2 just tied. So the first, no, not the first runner. We did that one already. The winner of the MSC Gold Award, Shanna Hemp. Congratulations to all 3 of you. Oh, no, wait, here, Jen. I was wondering where Jen went. We got to have a picture. But thank you. You can go have your seats again. Okay, the outfit, right? So few people understand fully the pressures on deans of College of Engineering to be fashion forward. Few people also understand how limited our skills in that area are. So I've got a couple of constructs for this office, for this outfit, so you can hang in with me. I'll share like 3 of them with you. So how many of you are from Montana? If you're from Montana, raise your hand. Okay? So if you're from Montana, you probably would recognize the Montana politician uniform. Okay? The Montana politician uniform is cowboy boots, nice pressed blue jeans, a buckle, of course, and a George Strait pressed shirt. And then to top it off, if it's getting really formal, you put on a sports jacket. Okay, so that's the Montana politician's uniform. So this is the Montana politician's uniform, bobcatized with a little bit of sass. Well, the other construct for this is, if you can remember the 70s, raise your hand. Okay. Yeah, nobody down here. Of course not. Some of them a little close to the front will know who John Travolta is. You know who John, okay, some John Travolta. Okay, so for the ones that remember the 70s, John Travolta, Urban Cowboy, what's the dance movie? I just lost the name of it. Dance Fever. Saturday Night Fever. Urban Cowboy, Saturday Night Fever, okay? And the third one, which is probably the closest to the truth, my daughters gave this to me for Christmas. So I have to wear it. But if some of you have been to a football game with me, understand why my daughters gave this to me for Christmas. Dressed a little flashy for Bobcat football. Okay, so this is the part of the ceremony that kind of works like this. What we're going to try to illustrate is the commonality of the students that are graduating in this group. And so I'm going to make some comments, and if those comments apply to you, then you're going to come up join me on stage, and you're going to get this wonderful College of Engineering stocking hat as your reward. Now, laugh. Sure, laugh. So now the president does things like, Todd, stand up right there. So the president, if you do something special and the president likes it, she gives you this gold-colored pen. And you got, if you're an engineer today, you got a little ring around your finger, right? Or if you were a computer scientist, you got another pin from Dr. Paxton. But when it was minus 40 below a few weeks ago, which one would you want? Okay, I rest my case. So when you come back some winter in the future and you'll go, where's my hat? Not where's my pen. Okay. All right, so I've been thinking about this group, and this is a really extraordinary graduating class. When I reflected back over the time that you guys have been here, and earning an engineering degree or a computer science degree in the best of times without additional challenges is hard enough. But this group had to get through some rather extraordinary things to get here. So I'm going to go back over this. So 4 years ago would have been fall of 19, but I know it typically takes a little longer for engineering degrees. So who is here for their first semester in the fall of 18? Yeah, we got a few there, okay? Quite a few, okay? So towards the end of the fall of 18, right at the beginning is when we moved into this building. So if you were in here fall of 18, stand up. If you were here, fall of 18, yeah. And you remember that winter, kind of this, what should have been the spring of 2019? We had a lot of snow, okay? The buildings fell down. Some people thought that was my fault because I was the dean of engineering. How can buildings fall down on a campus where there's engineering? Those are all grizz, of course, but so for the first group, in that winter, was this group's first experience with minus 40 below zero. So if you were here in that spring and experienced minus 40 below zero for the first time, come on down. That's everybody who's standing right now. So, we're 18, 19, lots and lots of snow, buildings are falling down, we're building bubbles and that sort of thing. Certainly it couldn't have gotten worse. That would have been the hardest year, right, that first year. So then what followed that? 1920. 1920, and in March of 2020, we had this task. There was this thing that was coming that was called the COVID, and we had to transition from a normal semester, seemed pretty good up and down, about to go on spring break, but no. You're going to come back from spring break and everything is going to be online. What could be easier than that? Okay. So I'm going to ask a couple of questions about this year to get some people to come down, because there was unusual circumstances. So I'll ask two I've asked in the past. So in that spring of 2020, you got to do everything online, and you're going to try to complete that semester, and your professors are struggling to do the same thing. And you've got to get your electronics to work. All right? And sometimes the electronics were being cooperative, sometimes they weren't. So if a piece of electronic had to sacrifice their life for you to get to this semester, come on down now. Yeah, I knew that at least be one. Phone, computer?
A diode.
A diode. Yeah, so frustration levels were pretty high. I had a conversation with a faculty member that spring that I really never imagined I would have. Not in person, because we were all at home, of course. There's an email. So I get an email from a female faculty member. That's, "Dear Dr. Gunning, I had my first Zoom class today. There was a young man in my Zoom class that was sitting in front of the camera and did not have a shirt on, and I was not sure if he had any other clothes on either. What should I do?" And sometimes you just kind of shake your head and hope the problem goes away. And I sent an email back to her, and I said, I'm not going to say her name. "Dear Professor, let's just wait until the next class period and see if he finds some clothes." Apparently he did, because I didn't have that complaint to follow. So I'm not going to ask if anybody went to class without any clothes on. Your mom and dad don't want to know about that. But I am going to ask, if you went to class in the spring of 2020 in your pajamas, come on down. So that's the spring of 2020, and you know, what, we were supposed to go home for 2 weeks, right? 2 weeks, come back, everything's going to be over. Surely this isn't going to extend into the next year, 2021, 22, right? This COVID, you know, so we hit the fall of 2021. And that was we can't be closer than 6 feet to each other, right? We have to be more than 6 feet apart. And we had classes, but all the desks were 6 feet apart, so that means not everybody could come to class at the same time. And you had this possibility that you might get the COVID. And then what happened? You had to go into quarantine, okay? I did get the COVID in the fall. No, I got it in the fall of, I was an early adopter. I got it in the fall of 2020. Well, if you, despite your best efforts, you couldn't quite stay 6 feet apart from everybody, and you got the COVID and you had to go in quarantine in that fall of 2021, come on down now. Now, I'm not gonna embarrass him and ask him about this, but I heard of some kids that were in quarantine like 3 times that fall. And you could have to do that because your roommate got the COVID too, then you would have to go too. And so I figured either they were not paying very good attention to the 6-foot rule, or their roommates were adventurous or whatnot. So we kind of got through that. Now we're 21, 22. We actually had a regular graduation ceremony in the spring of 2022. We didn't have to, it was in the footballs. Was that in the football stadium? That was in the football stadium. We were still 6 feet apart, but we finally got to have a regular graduation. And so now, fast forward a little bit, COVID's behind us, okay? Moving into this last semester, spring of 2023, looking like a great semester, past the COVID, what could possibly go wrong? And a few weeks ago, we had the polar opposite of what we had in the spring of 2020. Everybody goes home, studies on the computer. MSU suffers a cyber attack, and everybody comes to class and uses no computers. Okay? For a few days. We got it mostly back up. And everybody who's still here, stand up. Okay? And shortly before that, we had what had been this group's second experiences with minus 40 below. Okay, we'll get a question related to that one here in a minute. So I wake up on this morning when it was 40 below here in Bozeman. My wife teaches fitness classes. And so she had gone to her fitness class, and she sent me a text, because I knew it was going to be cold. So let me know you got to teach your class okay. So she sends me a picture on a text and shows me the thermometer on her car, and that's where the 40 below is. Okay. So I wake up, get up, and I walk into my living room and go, it's a little bit chilly here. And I said, I got a gas fireplace. Let's go turn the gas fireplace on. We'll be all set. Gas fireplace doesn't come on. And so I called in the morning and said, I'm not coming in right away. I got to get my furnace working again. Of course, you call the furnace company, and they'll get to you sometime in the next millennial or so. And so I look on the roof. The vent for my furnace is all iced over. It was beautiful. There's beautiful crystal structure surrounding the vent for my furnace. And so, okay, I know what the problem is now. And here I am. I've been 21 3 times now. Shouldn't you be able to get your beers for a third as much when you're 3 times 21? Warren says he's going to give me one tomorrow, so he's my new best friend up there at the top. So I got to go up on the roof. I called my best friend. He lives in the neighborhood and works from home, fortunately. He was there, and he says, Charlie, I'm going to find out how good a friend you are. I said, oh, yeah, why? Well, I need you to come over and help me do something outside. And it warmed up a little bit. It was like 37 below then. And he goes, what? And I said, I got to get my furnace fixed. And so he comes over. We're all bundled up. I crawl up onto the roof, getting up there, and he goes looking to me, he says, "I'm just here to call 911, right?" So I got my furnace fixed, came into work. Okay? So I could ask this one or two ways. So on that morning, everyone probably remembers that morning, woke up and so doggone cold. If you said, "The hell with it, I've got senioritis, I'm staying in bed," come on down now. Look at these, they came to school and it was 40 below. I don't think the boot one's going to work on this group. All right, so the fail-safe is this. If you didn't know that if you don't come on down here and get a hat from Dean Gunnick, you don't get to graduate tomorrow, come on down. Okay, we got to pull it in. Everybody pull it in here. Pull it in tight. We got Mom and Dad want a picture. You got to put your hats on now. And the podium over here. Get coming on this side of the podium and this side of the ring. We're going to need more rows. You'll find. Slide on in. Keep coming over there. Come up the front. We got to get in the picture.
Okay, wait,
We can do everybody in the front, do the pose.
And if you're, let's see, if you're like, who's the one in the purple? Raise your hand. If you're on this side of my friend in purple, you're not gonna fit. You need to come in front too.
Come in front. For the parents out there, as your children get older, never miss the opportunity, a chance to embarrass your children because it's always fun. Okay. Okay, we got one more thing to do. Everybody can stand up now. If I can get up. 21, 3 times, remember. There's some people up here that were pretty important to all of you and helped you get to this point. So right now I would like you to do is join me in thanking those people up there for everything they did for you to help you be in this position today. We are done. There are some refreshments out in the hall. Please go partake of those and enjoy each other's company. Thank you very much.